And then you also had the UFL, the first ever weekend of the UFL. And you may be wondering, what is the UFL? All of us are wondering, what is the UFL? It used to be the USFL, and there used to be the XFL. But they decided, why compete against each other when we could just combine our forces? And that's what they've done. I watched a little bit of the game this weekend. There was multiple games, but I only watched a little bit of one. It was pretty entertaining. It was not bad. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. And one thing the commentators were talking about was, I noticed this last year when the USFL was on, or XFL, one of the two. I noticed this last year that the competitiveness level was just really low. It wasn't fun to watch. But then when they combined the leagues together, they took the best players from each. It's the competitiveness is more competitive. That's real words. And so they brought the roster levels down as far as the ones that are starting. So it is a little bit more entertaining to watch. And the whole purpose of this was to get to be a feeder league for the NFL. So they're doing it in the spring because they know they can't compete with fall with the NFL. And so they're doing it in the spring, and their idea is to be a feeder league for players, but not only players, but rules. And we saw this take place just last week when the NFL adopted the USFL or XFL. I don't know which one it was, but they use it in the UFL now. They adopted the kickoff scenario or kickoff formation. That's where it came from. So it is pretty cool to watch. Dave, have you ever watched a UFL game? If not, I want to tell you a little bit about it. It's pretty cool.
Well, no, it's brand new. I mean, I've watched the USFL, the Canadian Football League, the Arena Leagues. I mean, I've seen those things. Nothing with this new UFL.
It's pretty cool. So it's pretty much just like the NFL for the most part, with a couple twists. One, when you're watching it live, you get to hear the coaches talking to the quarterbacks on air. So you get to hear the play calls. And then, like the referees, you get to hear their conversations. They have drones flying around, and it like follows the players and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. You get some pretty cool shots. But when it comes, there is no extra points. When after a touchdown, they don't kick a field goal for an extra point. At the 5-yard line, or no, at the 2-yard line, it's a 1-point try. 5-yard line, it's a 2-point try. And the 10-yard line, it's a 3-point try. So it's pretty cool that way.
Well, what actually is cool about that too. So if you're winning by 9 points, it's only a 1-possession game. So that part of it, I mean, the strategic part is pretty cool. I do like that, but I just think in the NFL, they're just too good. I mean, you got to be able to kick the extra point in the NFL. I don't think it'll ever get to that. Well, I think it would be cool to have that option in the NFL because it will change strategy for sure. It changes the strategy of whether you want to go for a touchdown or a field goal too at the end of a game. Like if you have like, say you're up by like 6 and let me kick a field goal, then it's a 2-possession game, or you're up by 5, then instead of tying a game, you could actually win the game. So maybe that'll change the strategy for some of these teams.
I think that is a cool idea because that's a way, you got to go for the easy points.
Yeah.
Which is typically that's going to be the extra point kick.
Sure.
Right. Yeah. But if you had that option, like you said, that could just change the end of games. Late in the fourth quarter, and people, your teams that are just, that could be exciting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine it being a tie game and it's the fourth quarter, you go down and you score. So you get the 6 points, and then you're not feeling, a 10-yard try, you're feeling more like a 5-yard try. So you get the 2 points. There's 2 minutes left on the clock. The other team gets the ball. They go down. They score a touchdown. They can tie the game with a 2-point try, or they can win the game with a 2-point try. I mean, that is pretty cool.
Yep.
But they got a lot of cool features about it. And but Brian mentioned it earlier. The quarterbacks are terrible.
So bad.
Oh, really?
Oh, Dave, they are so I don't even have a word to describe.
Are they college? Are they college?
Yeah, they're former college, but they're so bad. Like, I don't understand. Like, there are old NFL guys or guys that get Cam Newton could play in the UFL.
He would dominate.
He would. Why isn't Colin Kaepernick wanting to play in the UFL?
They make pretty good money too.
That's what I'm saying. Like Dave, they're atrocious. Like they're saying, oh, the quarterback had a great game. He was 9 for 21 for 180 yards and a touchdown and an interception. Great game, 9 for 21.
Matter of fact, I'm going to bring up some of the scores so we can see how competitive these games were.
How many games do they have in a season? What
they play? What, 7? Because there's 8. There's an XFL division and there's a USFL division. There's 4 teams in each one. So I think there's 7 games. They each play each other once.
So these were the scores of the weekend. The Birmingham Stallions beat the Arlington Renegades 27-14. The St. Louis Battlehawks, they lost to the Michigan Panthers 18-16. The San Antonio Browns beat the DC Defenders 27-12. The Memphis Showboats beat the Houston Roughnecks 18-12. So, all right, this just for fun, let's pick a game here. Pick a game. I'm gonna look up the stats.
All right, I'll pick the game, the first game, which is the Birmingham Stallions versus Arlington. The Birmingham Stallions have lost like 3 games in the last 2 years leading up to this year. They're the 2-time champs in the USFL, so they're pretty good. Like they're a legit. Well, now you guys may have heard of their coach. It's Skip Holtz. Anybody heard of him?
Oh yeah.
And then Arlington's coach is Bob Stoops. Ever heard of him?
No.
You haven't?
No.
The former coach for Oklahoma?
No.
Really?
Are we talking college?
Yeah.
But I don't follow college sports, man.
You've never heard of
funny guy.
Wow. Okay. Anyway, I mean, whatever. I mean, I have no answer. I don't know what to say. I can't believe you said no. I mean, that's cool. I mean, I guess. But anyway, it's funny because the coaches have more recognition than the players. That's when you know your league's not that great right now. But don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Now, everybody knows the Rams, the LA Rams now used to be in St. Louis, right? The St. Louis Battlehawks play where the St. Louis Rams used to play. And last year, it's the only thing that kept the XFL afloat. They sold out every game. Guys, it's a 39,000 seat, and they were selling out for an XFL. And that's the thing too. Like when you start these leagues, you kind of got to look and see like what the fan base is going to be like.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's how you sustain it, you know. I laugh too because Arlington won the XFL. You know who's close to Arlington? The Dallas Cowboys.
Oh no!
So Arlington wins the championship, and Dallas hasn't even sniffed one.
Oh my god!
So is Arlington better than the Dallas Cowboys?
They might be. Listen, all right. So I have a question. Bobby Drew, you mentioned this. You said these guys are getting paid pretty decent. Like, what are we talking?
Compared to the NFL, not even comparable to the NFL or any other major sport. Average day Joes like us, they're getting paid pretty well. $5,000 a week.
How much?
$5,000 a week.
Oh, okay. For an 8-week season?
I don't know if that's just the season. I don't know if that's just for the season because I think they have contracts. I'm not 100% sure. We got to do more research on this. But.
All right. So one of the things that I look at this is to get talent, to get guys that even want to play, it's going to cost money. You know, it's like, well, there's a lot of guys in the NFL that played in whatever the off league was, right? Guys like Kurt Warner, Hall of Famer, played in Germany or something, some kind of foreign football league, right? And there's been guys that have bounced around and come up. Brian, you talked about a kicker
Brandon Arnold. For the Cowboys.
Yeah, he came out of wherever. So we're going to see talent running through it. The problem is the talent going to be able to stay? And are guys going to want – I guess in my mind, I'm thinking, are these – the guys that are playing in these leagues, is their heart in this that I'm in this league to stay and to play, or I'm working my way up?
Well, I mean, it works for all the other sports. NHL has it, NBA has it, and MLB has it. They have a junior league. They have the minor leagues. So these practice squad guys for the NFL, we don't know them from a hole in the wall. How do they know? Maybe in their contracts where it can't say, I'm going to go play in the UFL during the off season so I could get my name out there. And then maybe they put it out there, and maybe Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson could listen to what I'm saying because I'm pretty smart, like put the name out there. And then they're playing, you got the name on the back, and then an NFL team sees them and they can see what they can actually do in a game, not just in practice. And who knows, but they got to have a junior league. They got to have minor leagues for football players because they say like 1% of 1% makes the pros. Well, I mean, this is an opportunity. There's 8 teams. Like, get out there. I mean, quarterbacks, please, like, get out there. But then again, the NFL, I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo has 2 Super Bowl rings for holding a clipboard, and he's made like $140 million. So, like, I mean, come on. He's got as many Super Bowls as Peyton Manning, so whatever.
All right, we got to pick our favorite teams here. What's y'all's favorite team?
Oh, man. Ooh, if we're picking teams,
my favorite team, just because I like the St. Louis Battlehawks.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, then
you tell me why.
Because I love their uniforms.
Okay. Here's the deal. I got my computer pulled up. I'm looking at the 8 teams.
Yeah.
The Arlington Renegades.
Their uniforms are cool too, though.
Yeah, but I'm looking at their logo, their Renegades. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
The Birmingham Stallions. Okay.
Giddy up.
Giddy up, Bobby Drew Watt.
Listen, when I was watching the game on Saturday, it was between the Stallions and the Renegades.
Yeah.
I'm not lying. The Renegades, their logo comes from Canva. If you guys know what Canva is, it's an app.
It's a program. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Really?
Their logo with the guy with the thing on his face, it's literally on Canva. It's a graphic from Canva.
Oh, that's like one of them programs you get on, and for $5.99 you can buy.
Yeah, and you can do all kinds of different things for your graphics, for your flyers and stuff. That's funny.
The DC Defenders, lame. Okay, Houston Roughnecks. All right, that's cool. Roughnecks, those are strong. The Memphis Showboats. I mean,
I want St. Louis Battlehawks. I want them to be my team.
That's what I'm thinking. Michigan Panthers. All right, but the Panthers, we already got that in the NFL, don't we?
Yeah, and Carolina. Yeah.
The Brahmas. Okay, San Antonio Brahmas.
Because that's the Rock's actual team.
That is, dude. That's where you go to Walmart and you buy a pair of boots. That's what they are, the Brahmas. I don't want some Walmart team, okay? But the St. Louis Battlehawks, they got a sword and they got wings. They are, listen, Battlehawks all the way, baby.
I'm just because it sounds cool, I'm going with the Houston Roughnecks.
Man. Dave, I wanted St. Louis, man. All right, hold on.
We can both have them.
No,
yes.
it's fun.
You're both fans.
You can have them.
If I don't do the Battlehawks, I'm going with the Roughnecks, and then Bobby Drew, you got to pick somebody else.
What?
Yeah, no, Brian, you said it first. Everyone else is. I guess I'll go with the Stallion.
Yeah, because I said Roughnecks first.
But the Stallions are the best team, man. They've won forever. They don't even lose. Yeah.
Does The Rock play on any of these teams?
No, dude. He's like 50-something years old, and he'd kill somebody.
Bro, so is Mike Tyson. He's fixing to fight.
Dave, come on.
Listen.
Nothing.
You got a problem with 57-year-old people?
I'm not there yet.
Do
so
something.
Let's see.
Man.
Let me see something here. So I got the Roughnecks. I don't care what you say, Dave. The Roughnecks, that's my team.
Let's look at their last game. Let's look at some stats.
I'm pulling it up right now. I'm waiting for the stats to show up here. Because the UFL needs money so bad, when you want to look at their stats, you have to watch an ad.
Team stat. I'm clicking on it too. Let me see. Oh, mine popped right up, bro.
All right, here we go. So the Houston Roughnecks, they got some guy. Wow, what a last name. He went 16 for 21, 157 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He was also their leading rusher. Their quarterback was with 2 rushing attempts and 22 yards and 1 rushing touchdown.
That was their leading rusher.
22 yards.
Do they still do like the same time, like 15-minute quarters, 60 minutes of gameplay? Like,
it's the same thing. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. They lost 18-12. The Memphis Showboats quarterback, he went 23 for 40. That's like Joe Flacco numbers. 204 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception.
All right, tell you what, I'll take the Michigan Panthers. I'll take them.
Why?
I'll let you have the
doing
Battlehawks.
research.
I'll let you have the Battlehawks. Michigan, their Panther logo is pretty cool. I kind of like it.
Why don't we have one in Florida?
Where you guys don't even support baseball.
Because there's 3 NFL teams. They wouldn't have a market.
Yeah, that's true too.
So they have, well, Texas is a big state, I guess,
and Arlington doesn't have a good team around them.
That's true.
That's true.
I'm pretty much bashing the Cowboys today.
That's very true.
All right, I'll root for the Michigan Panthers. That'll be my team, babe. You can have the Battlehawks. That's fine.
Is there a UFL fantasy league?
Oh gosh, please don't start that.
We could start it.
Could you imagine? Hey, we need UFL. I hope someone out there is listening to this, man. We'll help you guys. Just be a sponsor. I mean, we'll start a fantasy football league.
I'll do it.
Come on.
The videos. The Panthers logo is pretty cool. I'm looking at it.
I'm rooting for the Michigan Panthers. All right, so we got Roughnecks, Battlehawks, and Panthers.
All right, good deal. When is their next game? Let's see.
They play this weekend, Friday and Saturday, I think, or Saturday and Sunday.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't got time to look for. Oh, here's schedule. Here it is. Full schedule. We'll look that up. In the meantime, this is going to help us transition to the NFL, which we're going to talk about. I've got a couple of things we're going to cover there. So week 2, here we go. The Brahmas versus the Showboats. That's Saturday, April 6th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Memphis. The Arlington Renegades versus Dave's team, the St. Louis Battlehawks. That's Saturday, April 6th at 8 p.m. But unfortunately, I think the Final Four will be on during that time. Yeah. That's going to be a tough competition there. It will be on ABC. So, Dave, we can watch that there. ABC. Birmingham Stallions versus the Michigan Panthers. Brian's team.
Panthers!
Sunday, April 7th, 12 p.m. Detroit, Michigan. That's going to be on ESPN. Houston Roughnecks versus the DC Defenders. Sunday, April 7th, 4 p.m. in Washington, D.C. Yeah, all right. So Defenders are going to lose this week because they're playing against the Roughnecks. That's my team.